They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Vic goes play action. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
They made me throw it to the wrong nigga, bro.
They forced the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Now the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Hester to return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now.
Oh, okay, you turn the okay, you turn the music off now. Oh, okay. Okay.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out
Come
of
here.
the end zone.
Come here.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he
dislocated that fuck nigga shoulder, bitch.
Line.
One of your stupid ass mouth.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to do
out of bounds, bitch. Huh? Nice, wow. Nice, wow. Nice, wow.
Celebration, pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure.
Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Oh, okay. Oh, by your side. Ooh.
Back incompletions. They'll set up to throw.
Huh? Pump my ball, man. Pump my ball. Pump my ball. Nice, bruh. Shut your ass up, nigga. Punt the ball, bitch. Man, shut your ass up, nigga. Punt the ball, man.
Go back out on defense and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Here's Hester. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
About.
And he works it past the 30,
Huh?
almost to the 25.
That's bit, nigga. Don't say no fucking wild, bitch.
The first down carry here for
Come
Johnson.
on.
2
Try that
yards,
edge,
the
man.
loss, 2nd and 12. The Falcons at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. This time they'll throw it with Vic. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they had.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nah, there's no fucking wild. No, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck you. Now it's always some fucking wild and all bullshit. Fuck you, nigga. Moss did that shit one time. He ain't do that shit no more. Whole ass nigga.
1st and goal.
We don't have to run that way. We don't have to run that way. We don't have to run that way. We don't have to run that way, nigga. The fuck going on this bitch ass nigga running his fucking ass mouth.
Game number 8 on the season, and the Falcons have moved out in front.
Now you want to fucking beat Anthony Hamilton today. Come on, man. Whole ass nigga, man. Singing all these goddamn love songs, man. Get your bitch ass out of here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby
Running
to
his
kick it
stupid
away.
ass mouth.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal
Bitch.
line.
Oh, that's coming back. That's coming back.
Get this out to the
That's coming
25-yard
back.
line as he's dropped at the 23. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position.
I played that the whole way. I played that the whole way. Huh?
He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Nigga, not fly away. Cause it's too much for the land. Well, I ain't going down this way. What happened to my master plan? Everything I figure out. I could have been a little child, little child.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Damn. Marvin Harrison's gonna take off?
5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 34.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
They go play action here on first down.
Pick! Pick! Oh my God!
Throw there, incomplete.
I've been feeling all night
It
long.
was nearly intercepted.
Time.
Look at this defense. You know, what kind of pressure are they under trying
Don't
to
wait
stop
for
a team that has
me.
won 5 games in a
I
row?
ain't going down and I'll get home. I gotta get home.
And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there.
He caught me slipping in the wrong goddamn defense, bro. I couldn't audible to nothing better.
And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Hester to return from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for
Nobody gonna talk about how Chris Johnson got over 100 yards right now. But you talking about this Randy Moss shit. This is crazy, bro.
One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. These two teams all tied after one. They'll go option to the short side. Pitches it to Johnson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 118 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Again, it's Johnson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Let's go. That's D-Hop. That's D-Hop. That's D-Hop. Line. What happened to line? Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, Cobain, I'm done me wrong. Done me wrong.
Just not a whole lot
110 yards on the ground. On the
They
ground,
did a really nice job
yeah.
staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So you can't stop the. So you can't stop the run. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Just when you got them put the knife.
There are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going for the deep ball.
Bruh, how you still caught that?
And he's going to be taken down
sick,
at about the 33.
I hit this nigga quarterback and he still got the ball off, but he threw it perfect.
It was on target too. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw.
How you could get that?
It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown.
Hello. You get some, you get some, you get some, you get some, you get some. Huh? Hello.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they?
Oh,
Being
okay.
able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harrison. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Taylor. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he will have a touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Back to throw again. He's going to go up top again. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Hester to return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Vick. Right side caught by Jackson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
On play action, Vick. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. DeAndre Hopkins, 49 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd, here's an option play right. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over above 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is caught. And he's brought down. They get this out left. Touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now.
Get it. Hey,
they'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
79 Broncos.
A first down throw coming for Vick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment.
And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's Johnson again on second down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
70. No. Ready.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored. He's got a man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. On play action, they'll throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to take over at the 11-yard line. And they get a fourth quarter pick. Something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Vic to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here's another interception. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. First and 10, Taylor now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession.
There he goes left side. The 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running straight ahead, Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One last shot for Michael Vick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And as this defense walks off the field, they